Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome. How are you all? I'm just going to let a few more people join if they're wanting to join. We're just gone 5:30. Okay, so hopefully we will be able to get started. All right, so we are going to be taking a classical Pilates mat class this evening. So we're going to be running through the exercises that Joseph Pilates designed originally. So they're called the classical 1 to 34. So we're going to start at number 1 and work our way through. To get 34 exercises done in 40-45 minutes is pretty tough. So I don't think we'll be doing that, but we'll see how we go. They are very intense. So like I do in class, I'm going to start with levels, beginner, intermediate, advanced. You stay at the level you need to stay at, and from there you can get a really good workout. We're going to really focus on mobilizing our spine to begin with. So I'll take my glasses off, come down onto your mat, and we're going to have our knees bent, feet flat. Just tip the screen down. Okay, so we're going to start in our neutral pelvis and neutral spine. So hip bones and pubic bone in a level plane. And we're just going to take a hip roll action. So draw your abdominals in so that your hip bones move towards your ribs. You get a little tilt through your pelvis. And then roll your vertebrae one at a time away from the mat. Breathe in at the top, breathe out, rolling back down. So your focus here is to mobilize. Think of your spine a little bit like a sticker, peeling away from your mat. Breathe in at the top, and then breathing out to roll down. We'll just take 2 more. Begin to focus on how the pelvic floor muscles lift, the abdominals draw in, like you've got a corset wrapped around your waistline. Draw the rib cage into your center. Great job. We've got 2 left. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor, draw the abdominals in as you roll up. Breathe in at the top. Breathe out to roll back down. Last one, everyone. Breathe in, breathe out, roll up, vertebra by vertebra, peeling away from the mat. And rolling back down. Bring your feet and knees together. Take your arms out to a T shape. Just let your knees go over to the right. Your head can turn to the left. Then you're going to squeeze your waist and bring your legs back to the center. Over the other way. Breathe in. Breathe out, center. Now you can stay there, or if you want to make it a bit harder, float your legs to tabletop. Glue them together. Over to the right. Keep those shoulder blades down on the mat. And back to the center. So we're just getting some rotation through that spine. Every time you breathe out, think of that connection of pelvic floor and abdominals. Last one each way. Breathe in to hold. Breathe out to return. And over to the last side. And return. Okay, so we've got our legs in tabletop. Make sure your knees are over your hip bones. Your pelvis is in neutral. So if you've not done Pilates for a few weeks, just to remind you, hip bones, pubic bone level, natural gap under your back waist. Reach your arms towards the end of the mat. Feel as if your fingertips are stretching out from your arms. Inhale, prepare. And as you exhale, peel your head, your shoulder blades away from the mat. So we're into an upper body curl up. Now you're going to try and hold this and focus on that wrapping around of your abdominals, the gentle lift of your pelvic floor. Now, if you can, stretch one leg out towards the end of the mat. Great. Can you stretch the other leg out to join it? Squeeze the inner thighs together. Feel the connection of ribs to hips. This is the advanced version. If you need to make it easier, bend one leg or two legs back. We take a deep inhale. We go with the exhale for 5, the 100. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway. Every time you breathe out, draw your ribcage to your hips more. 20 left. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze your legs together. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Bend your knees. Lower your head and shoulders. Lower your feet one at a time to the mat. Great job, everyone. Stretch your legs out long. Reach your arms over behind you. So you're feeling the stretch from your fingertips to your toes. Now try to soften your rib cage down onto the mat. And that gives you that connection of ribs to hips. We go into the roll up. So breathe in, lift the arms up above your body. Exhale. Ooh, that's tough today. Rolling up. Now you're going to reach forward, pull your abdominals in, and you do a super stretch forward. And then roll back down. So as you roll down, you're trying to go vertebra by vertebra onto the mat. Breathe in to feel that length. Breathe out to peel your spine away from the mat. Good, now reach forward. Feel as if your abdominals are drawing to your spine as you stretch your spine forward, breathing in. Breathe out, roll back, vertebra by vertebra. Keep going, I'm going to have a little look at what you're all doing. Fantastic. Breathe in to reach back. Feel the length, feel the stretch. Breathe out, lift and roll. Sucking those abdominals in. Feel the rib cage pulling in towards your center. Stretch forward and then rolling back, vertebra by vertebra. You've got one left. Lift the arms up, breathe in. Breathe out, peeling the vertebrae away from the mat. Good, 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 good. And then you're going to stretch forward. Now, as we stretch, feel as though your abdominals are drawing in and your spine is stretching forward. And then as you exhale, one vertebrae at a time. We're going really slowly, guys. We've got 8 counts, 7, 6, no tension in your shoulders, 5, 4, control this last bit, 3, 2, 1, and reach the arms back. Bring the arms around to the side of your body. Now we're going to go into what's called the rollover. It's a challenging exercise, so we're going to do a modification first. Bend your knees, put your feet flat on the floor. So the modification is going to be our hip roll. So this is like for the beginners or for those of us with stiff spines. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, tilt your pubic bone. Peel your buttocks, your waist, and your ribs away from the mat. Inhale to hold. Exhale to roll back down. Now, next time, we're going to take it a little bit more challenging. So float your legs to tabletop, glue them together. Use your arms to press on the mat. Just a safety point here, don't turn your head to look sideways. Yeah, either listen to me or sit up and watch. Eye line up to the ceiling. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, use your arms and roll over. Inhale, we hold. And then exhale, vertebra by vertebra, rolling back down to return to a tabletop. So that's your intermediate version. Advanced version, extend the legs out long. Are you in neutral spine, neutral pelvis? Inhale, lift the legs straight to the ceiling. Exhale, roll over. Reach your toes away from you. And then exhale, slowly rolling down, vertebra by vertebrae. The pelvis returns to neutral. And then slowly lower your legs towards the floor, maintaining the alignment through your spine. Good, keep going with your version. Inhale, lift the legs if you're advanced. Exhale, roll. Inhale, hold. Exhale, roll back down slowly. Now, if you're on the intermediate version, you've got tabletop legs. We inhale, prepare. We exhale, roll over. Inhale, hold. Exhale, roll back, vertebra by vertebrae. Keep your head and shoulders down. And if you're on the beginner version, feet on the floor, rolling up, vertebra by vertebrae. Inhale to hold at the top. Exhale to roll back down. And when you've completed your last one, you're just going to stretch those legs out long. Take the arms up and over behind you. And just really feel that two-way stretch. As you exhale, lift the arms up, roll through the spine up to seated. And we're going into the one-leg circle. So the one-leg circle is sometimes known as the single leg circle, and we can take it in a beginner version, which is with a bent knee, or the full version, which is with a fully extended leg. So inhale, sit tall. Exhale, tilt your pelvis, roll to the mat, vertebra by vertebrae. Put the arms by the side of you. Lift your right leg up to the ceiling. So if you're working in the advanced version, straight right leg, straight left leg. However, if you've got tight hamstrings, bend your right knee, and you're going to work with a bent leg, a tabletop. We imagine that there's a circle above our toe or above our knee. We circle around it 6 times. Inhale, exhale back to the start. Or straight leg. Inhale, exhale back to the start. Now use your core muscles to keep your torso still. Use your out breath to return your leg back to the center. One more in this direction. Hold in the middle. Lengthen both sides of your waist. Go the other way. So reverse the circle. Now I'm often asked, how big is the circle? The circle's as big as you can take it without losing your core connection. So you want to keep your ribs nice and heavy on the mat and your pelvis in neutral as much as possible. Last one. Now that leg's extended, lower it to the floor. Inhale, make sure you're neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Exhale, lift. Other side. Open, circle and back. That's 1. Open, circle and back. That's 2. Keep going. Now if you get a clunk in your hip, just make that circle a bit smaller. 2 more on this side. Now the leg that's on the mat, really stretch it long. That's sort of like your anchor. Reverse the circle. Inhale, exhale. Now your strength is coming from your core muscles. Pelvic floor gently lifting. Abdominal muscles drawing into your center. Last one. And then lower that leg down. Inhale, reach the arms back behind you again. Exhale, rolling all the way up. Reaching forward in that spine stretch position. And curl up to seated. Now, just a safety issue here. Check that you've not got anything behind you that you're going to bang your head on. Because we're going to take what's called rolling like a ball, or Joseph Pilates called it rolling back. So come to sit on your sit bones. Bring your knees into your tummy. Wrap your arms around. Now we're going to think of scooping, that C-shaped curve. So pull your abdominals in so that you've got like a concave between your thighs and your tummy. Forehead towards knees, and then just rock back into that point of balance. So your core muscles are drawing in and together to control this movement. Now, whatever shape you are now, it's frozen. We inhale to roll, exhale to come back up. So don't let your rolling like a ball shape open out big. Keep it tight. Inhale, roll, exhale up. Inhale, roll, exhale up. Good, keep going for 4 more. Very nice. So try not to let your body move away from your legs. Try to keep your forehead near your knees. Good job. Last one. We come into that point of balance. Okay, now I'm going to admit something here. I'm really bad at this bit. Let's hope you're all a little bit better than me. You're going to try and control your rolling like a ball to finish down in a tabletop position. So scoop your tummy, roll down, and you're back on the mat. Lower your tailbone to the floor, but stay in an upper body curl up. Extend your left leg away from you. Hold on to your right knee. Now, what most people do here is they press their waist down and scoop their tummy in so much you lose neutral. Try to lower your tailbone heavier on the mat so that your pelvis is still neutral. And now take your curl up by moving your rib cage to your hips. We take a single leg stretch. Exhale, change legs. On each exhale, you're changing legs. Now, if you've got a tight neck, just put your head down. That's the modification. But we're trying to maintain that rib cage to hip bone connection. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both knees in. Stay on that upper body curl up if you can. Now, have you kept your tailbone down or has it lifted up? Get your tail down on the floor. Double leg stretch. Glue your legs together. Stretch your legs away from you as your arms reach by your ears. Circle your arms around and then come back to the start position. Now, if your neck's killing you, head down. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, circle. Ideally curling up. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, circle. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, circle. Good, keep going. Really nice. Now, when you take your stretch, keep your rib cage connected to your hip bones. Glue your legs together tighter. Feel your inner thighs engage. Lovely, lovely work. We've got 2 more. Last one. And then I like to just do a little special one at the end. Stretch your legs, stretch your arms and hold. 8, 7, 6. If it gets too hard, bend your knees back. 3, 2, 1. Circle the arms, lower the head. Just lower your feet down and just let your knees go to the right side and the left side, just to release your lower back. Just do that a couple more times. There's lots of curling or C-shaped curving in the traditional exercises. Now you can either roll up like a ball or stretch your legs out and take a roll up. Inhale, lift the arms, rolling up. Great job. Now, for those of us with tight hamstrings, you might want a cushion to sit on, but if you're okay, don't worry. So we're going to be seated with the legs out and the spine in a vertically neutral position. So if your hammers are tight, grab your cushion, put it under your bum, and your legs are extended. You could also modify by putting the soles of your feet together and your knees out to the side. Yeah? So the main thing, the important thing is your spinal alignment. So if we're sat like this, that's not good. Yeah, you want to grow from the top of your head. Feel as if your sit bones are right on your mat or your cushion, and wrap your abdominal muscles around from the back of your body. Hands are on your thighs. Now we're going to take what's called a spine stretch. So your spine stretch is going to come from the back of your neck, down your spine to your waist. Inhale, prepare. As you exhale, take your head forward, followed by your shoulders. Nothing else has moved. Now start to slide your hands towards your ankles, sucking your abdominals in, and you spine stretch forward. Inhale, hold. Exhale, return. Now we're going to begin to focus on the Pilates breath here. So when you breathe in, feel the rib cage expand. When you breathe out, the rib cage pulls in and you spine stretch forward. Hold on the spine stretch and breathe into the sides and back of your body. And then breathe out to return up to sit tall. And again, breathing out, spine stretch forward, head, shoulders, spine. Breathe into the sides of your ribs and the back of the ribs. Feel those muscles stretch. Breathe out to rebuild the spine. Now think of your vertebrae stacking like building blocks, and you're getting taller as you rebuild your spine. You've got one more. Exhale to stretch forward. Inhale to hold that stretch. Feel the ribcage expand. And then exhale to rebuild vertebra by vertebrae and sit tall. Great job. Now we're going into the open leg rocker. Again, safety. Make sure there's nothing behind you that you're going to bang your head on or that you're going to bang your feet into. So wriggle forward a little bit. I'll face you just to begin with so that you can see. You're going to have your feet together and your knees apart. You're going to reach for your ankles and then you come into that little point of balance. Yeah, so we're sitting on our sit bones, balancing. Now in this position, you're in a little, not a pelvic tilt, but it's a connection of ribs to hips. So feel the connection of your rib cage to hip bones. We're just going to mobilize the backs of the legs. Exhale, stretch one leg. Inhale, return. Other leg. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, return. Now it depends on length of arm. You might be more comfortable to have your arms on the outside. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, return. So here we are with some flexibility, core strength. Now engage your core muscles, so that feeling of lifting your pelvic floor and drawing your abs in. Extend both legs. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Now you might stay with this, or open the legs or extend the legs, connect the ribs to the hips. Now you commence your open leg rocker with a pelvic tilt. So this means you contract your abdominals, you tilt your pelvis, you roll back with control, rolling back up. I had too much control. Good. So be careful you don't bang your toes on the floor and break your big toes. We're going to inhale to roll back, tilt the pelvis, inhale, exhale, come up and control. Good. Inhale to roll. Exhale, control. And again, inhale, roll back. Exhale, control up. Last one. And as you come up to your hold, you're just going to lengthen the spine. See if you can let go of those legs. And hold. Bend the knees, put the feet down, rolling back down to the mat. Find your neutral pelvis, find your neutral spine. We're going on to what's called the corkscrew. So we're going to be taking a beginner level first, then we'll stop, then we'll add on to it. And you can choose if you add on or still do the beginner. Float the legs to tabletop, knee over pelvis, knee over pelvis. Adduct your legs. That means glue them together. They're super glued. The chest is open, the arms are down by the side. Now both knees are going over to the right and we sort of roll onto our right buttock. Keep your shoulders flat. Move both knees away from you as you lower both buttocks back on the mat. Over to the left and then back to the center. We go the other way. So left, circle, right and center. So you like drawing a circle with both legs. Breath pattern. Inhale for the half circle. Exhale to return it back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Now, you should be able to do this without looking. Next version, extend both legs up to the ceiling. So obviously if you've got tight hamstrings, you'll stay with the bent knees. Now my toes are going around that circle. Over to the right, around the circle, and back to the start. So we inhale for half, exhale for the second half. Now really try to keep the back of your rib cage as heavy on the mat as possible. So you don't want your rib cage to be flaring off of the mat. That would mean you're bending your spine too much. Last one. And then just bend the knees, lower the feet. Take a hip roll, lift the hips up just to stretch out through the hip flexors a little bit. Okay, now we roll back down. We go to the full corkscrew. Now, if you've never done this before, sit up and watch because I don't want you to injure your neck. Yeah, so if you turn your head when you do this, you're going to put your neck out and we don't want that. So your eye line looks up to the sky. I'll show you a demonstration. So we start like the rollover. Now, I'm going to lift my legs up towards the ceiling and then I come down the right side of my back, down the middle, so both butt cheeks are on the floor now, and then up the left side and lift. Other way, down the left side, round the middle, up the right side and lift. Join in if you wish. You might do the bent knees again, you might do the straight legs, or you're trying to do the sort of shoulder stand part in the middle. Remember, keep your head straight. Do not turn your neck. Well done. I can see a few of you. Fantastic. You will use your triceps. Now, when you go over with your legs, I want you to think to go up to the sky more. So some of you are going horizontal. Think of going up towards the ceiling because that's where the circle is. It's on the ceiling. It's not on the floor. Last two. Breathe out to lift. Last one. And then roll down the middle, vertebra by vertebrae, and lower the legs all the way to the floor. Brace your core muscles. Take your arms up and over behind you. Just stretch that body out for a little moment. Fantastic work, everybody. Okay, I feel that we just need to do some waist work, yeah? Because we're getting on with time and we'll find that we've not done anything for our sides and the backs of our bodies. So we're going to be into side kick lying. So we're just jumping on a few exercises. So we've got a few modifications here. You can take this with your forearm on the mat and your hand supporting you at the front. That's probably the easiest way. If you've got a bad shoulder, lay flat. Yeah, so that's also the beginner version. We are going to try to take it as Joseph designed it. So you're actually going to be on your elbow, put the hand behind your head, and I'm sort of in a baby side plank. So my rib cage and armpits off the mat. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. And then you take your other hand and place it sort of on your forehead or behind your head. Brace your core muscles, squeeze your glutes. Lift your top leg up to hip height, flex the foot. We take 2 kicks forward with that top leg. 1, 2, stretch that leg behind you. Oh, that's my water bottle. And then we do it again. Kick forward. 1, 2, and stretch. Now I'm really struggling to keep my rib cage under control. So you need to think connect ribs to hips. 2 kicks forward and stretch. Breath pattern. Breathe in to kick forward. Breathe out to stretch back. Now, if you're on your elbow like me, try to lift your rib cage up and away from the mat. Last one. And then we will just come to a 4-point kneel. Great job. So tuck your toes as you step out into a plank. Brace through your shoulders. Now, if a plank on your hands is not for you, come down to your forearms. If plank on your feet's not for you, lower your knees. Full version of leg pull back. Brace the core muscles, brace your shoulders. Your right leg lifts and you stretch the front of your hip. Flex your right foot, tap the floor. We're going to do that 6 times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Lift, flex, lift, flex. 6 left. And 5. And 4. Brace through those shoulders. 3, 2. Make sure the neck's long. 1. Lower your knees. And we'll take your side kick line on the other side. So remember your modifications. You're either on your forearm, you might lay flat, or if you're trying the full version, on your elbow, lift your ribs, take the hand behind the head, engage the rib cage to the hip bones, squeeze the glutes, top leg lifted. Inhale to kick forward for 2. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now, again, how far do we kick that leg? As far as you can without losing your core connection. So if your body is wobbling all over the place, make the kick smaller. If you're finding that you're just wobbling everywhere, put your hand on the floor to support you. Start with what your body can do and build from that. Looking good. 2 left. 1 left. And then from there, come into your plank again. So brace your core muscles, tuck your toes, push up. Now, before we do our leg pull, I want you to all think, connect your shoulder blades into the back of your body. Feel as if the crown of your head is reaching out to the wall in front. Feel as if your heels are pushing to the wall behind. And you hold your plank here. Right leg, lift and lower it in the pulling action for 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, last 2. Change legs. 8, 7. Don't let your body move. All that's moving is your leg. 3 left. 2 and 1. From here, either lower your knees or bend your elbows and take a tricep lowering to the mat. Well done, everybody. Have your legs in a V. We're nearly done for tonight. We're just going to work into the back of the body. So we're doing what's called the swimming, probably one of the hardest exercises. Now, our versions of swimming can be very slow or quite steady. So we'll start slow first, and then we'll get faster and faster. So take the arms out in a V. Your head or your face is looking at your mat. Before you move, lift your abdominals up and into your center. Feel your tail reaching to the back of the mat. Now, right arm, left leg, lift away from the floor. As they lower, change to the other arm and leg. Change, 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 change. Good, keep going. Your focus is like a two-way stretch. Your fingers are reaching out as your shoulder pulls into your back. Your toes are stretching away as your pelvis is like an anchor. You can stay like this, or we start to go faster. Change, 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 change. Reach your legs out long, everyone. No wiggle through the body. Brace those core muscles. Lift your abdominals up and in. Stretch more. Lengthen more. Take more. And then hold and relax. Great job, everyone. Now, you've got the choice to either tuck your toes, glue your legs together, put your hands under your shoulders, brace your core and push up like a plank of wood. Exhale, push. Hold it there if you can. If that wasn't for you, you can keep your knees down, push up, and then find your plank. Now walk your feet to hip distance apart. That will give us a good base when we stand up. Walk your hands to your feet. 3, 2, and you're there by 1. Bend your knees if you need to. Really important. If you get any nerve pain, like tingling or pulling down the backs of your legs or in your pelvis, soften your knees. Hang upside down. Heavy head, heavy arms. Now think roll up. We're going to lift from your abdominals. Vertebra by vertebra, rebuilding your spine. Lift your pelvis into neutral. Your ribs come over your pelvis, your shoulders over your ribs, and your head lifts. Breathe in, take the arms up and out to the side, like you're going to touch the ceiling with your fingers. Exhale, reach over to your right, side bending. Inhale, return. Exhale, reach over to your left, side bending. Inhale, return. Open the arms, and as you open the arms, it's almost like your chest lifts to the sky. And then bring your hands together. Thank you so much, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed the classical Pilates exercises. Hopefully next Monday I'll be back again to carry on with the rest of the exercises. Thank you so much for joining Kaya at Home. Hopefully we won't be Kaya at Home for much longer, and we'll be Kaya back at Piran and Emporium. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Gaynor.
Thank you. Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Send it.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.